So here we are at One World Summer Festival, a little bit of music in the background, and your first name and age would be helpful?
Adam, and I'm 16.
Adam's 16. Adam, so the first question I have for you is, what's really going on?
In our world? What's really going on?
It's an open question.
Okay, what's going on? I think...
But hold on. The key word is really. What's really going on?
Okay. The truth is, really, I don't think none of us can really know. I think we all have to accept that we don't know everything, and I think it's unrational to pluck beliefs out of the air. For example, God, stuff like that about evidence. So I think we have to accept our knowledge is limited and use our evidence to discover what's really going on.
So you think? So for you, it's all about evidence.
Yeah, I personally can't believe in a God without evidence, and I don't see any evidence. I think obviously the whole evil argument is evidence to sway that there is no God. You know, if you create something, you take responsibility for it.
Okay, well, after talking about God, you obviously have got some concept of what this God is, in which you don't believe.
Well, I take...
So which God don't you believe in?
I don't believe in the God that most religions claim, which is an all-loving, all-powerful, all-knowing, and all-present God. I don't believe in that.
Right.
How can all-loving God, how can that God allow the Holocaust to happen if he's loving enough to stop it, powerful enough to stop it, and he knows about it? Personally, that's what I believe, but there's obviously other arguments for God, but I'm accepting that I don't know everything, and I'm trying to use evidence.
Great. Thank you.
Okay.
So what's really going on here? Yeah.
We're eating after being serenaded by
community, and music.
Community and music.
Yeah.
Spirituality.
It's very spiritual.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
As in, like,
People believe.
people believe in energy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's very...
And do you like that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
interesting. Have you ever done Tai Chi?
Calming.
A little bit.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like when it makes you feel the energy fall. It's
In between your
I've
fingers.
done that. That's really cool.
What's that?
It's really cool when you do that because you can feel it and it's actually like it's there.
Right.
But you can't see it. Yeah.
Great. Thank you. What is really going on?
What do you mean?
Sorry.
What do you mean what's going on?
What's really going on? That's the question. It's an open question that I ask people.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Life's crazy, that's what's going on.
Okay, tell me more about what you mean by that.
Like, life's just crazy, innit? This bit. Life's just crazy, man.
What would you...
Let me show you something what I do. This is what I do, innit?
Yeah? Go on.
Yeah? It's in my CD, innit?
Okay, so you're a musician.
Yeah.
What type of music is it?
It's a mixture of hip-hop and R&B.
Right. And you express in your music how crazy life is.
Yeah. You can check me on the Facebook, Boozy Macman. Type that on the Facebook and you can hear my stuff.
Right.
And plus, I want to be in some of your films, G.
What about you? What would you say? What's really going on?
What's going on?
Can't hear
You don't know what's going on.
What's going on?
Do you think anybody knows what's going on? Anyone understands life?
I don't know, you know. Some people might have their aspects of what's going on, what they think's going on. But we don't really know what's going on. None of us really know what's really going on. We just get told.
Right.
You get me? Everything I know,
Yeah.
I've been told. Everything you know, even how we're speaking now.
Yeah.
Even the language I'm speaking, I've been told or taught by somebody. So I don't really know.
Have you ever considered what life might be like had you never been told anything at all? Imagine if you were born in a forest somewhere, and you'd never been told anything at all about anything. How do you think life would be different? Do you think people or yourself would be better off?
There'll be less control.
Right.
Everything will be. They need to control the mass of people, innit? So there's bare different forms of control. There's religion, that's one form of control.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's television, that's a form of control. Radio, music.
Do you watch television?
Yeah, everyone watches television, but I don't watch it to that. But yeah.
I don't have a television, so that's
what
not
I'm saying. You're
entirely true.
going in.
Do you have a CD player?
Yeah, I do have a CD.
Can I give you my CD?
Thank you, that'd be very kind of you. Today is, what's really going on?
What's really going on? In what respects? That's a very broad question. I mean, what's going on in our personal reality or reality as a whole?
Is there a difference between reality as a whole and your personal reality?
Well, for me, absolutely there is. Because ultimately,
What's the difference?
What we create in our minds is entirely different to what's around us.
But surely what you perceive around you is what you've created in your mind.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Okay, can you describe something that's outside of your personal reality that's going on?
Yes, outside my personal reality that's going on. The war in Iraq. Yeah? And
Okay.
the massive oil spill that's going on.
But isn't that in your mind?
That's not in my mind, it's external. I'm not really thinking about that now.
But you are now.
Now I was, briefly, yeah. I was briefly, yeah.
Okay, so tell me about what's really going on in your reality.
In my reality, well, ultimately I'm trying to drift into the distant dimension of time where I can elevate my state of being and have a utopia.
Okay, I mean, that sounds absolutely fascinating.
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure I understand it, and I'm not sure the viewers will.
Okay.
Perhaps you'll give us a little bit more insight. Into
yes, sir.
You say into the distant.
Dimension of time. Well, what that means is that...
Do you mean beyond time, or do you mean
beyond this earthly realm? Yeah? I'm being serious here. By the
Yeah.
conscious realms, you can elevate your mind and travel through the distant dimensions.
Do you do that? If I may be so bold as to ask you, do you do that without the aid of
Any drugs,
any
yes.
substances?
Without the aid of any
How do you do that?
substances. How do I do that? Well, I essentially go into a state of meditation and rid the mind of external thoughts of reality and become one with my inner being.
Right, and how long would you do that for on an average day?
Average day, about an hour.
Right,
Yeah.
and is this a technique that you've created yourself, or something that you've learned from a teacher?
I mean, it's something that it's been. One could argue that it's inherent in my DNA structure. So I've learned to harness that via teaching.
Via teaching?
Yeah.
So you teach meditation?
I don't teach per se, but I teach my own disciplines.
Right.
I allow others to emulate that if they so
Right.
wish.
Right. And did you learn? As I say, did you learn this from any particular teacher?
Not a particular entity as such, but it's in my DNA structure. I just harness that.
Right. And how did you become aware that that was?
Well, I've always had a high sense of frequency in terms of analysing people's auras and energy around me, the energy fields. Yeah. My boss is coming shortly.
Great. Okay. Lovely. Thank you very much. What's your first name?
Fabio.
Fabio. Nice to meet you.